You're just testing right now?
No, we're live.
No, we're not.
Yeah, we are. Everybody say hi to Christian. What's going on, guys? Where's he at? There he is. He's eating. All right, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the Midday Market Recap. As you can see, I'm not at my normal studio. I'm actually on location looking to create some additional content that you guys wanted to put out. So I hope that you can hear me okay. I hope that you can see me okay. But nevertheless, I want to make sure that I got out the Midday Market Recap because you guys deserve it. So let's get started. Let me welcome some folks here. Blade Runner, Moise, Scooter, what's still going on? I'm actually going to give it just a little bit more time to get some folks in here just to make sure that everything's kosher. There's Christian back there. And so basically what I'm doing, I'm actually in Baltimore. As you let me show you here. This is my office for the day. So I don't know if you guys can see. Check that out, all right? Christian gets to work from here pretty much every day. So I'm actually in the Inner Harbor. So it's pretty awesome. In a little place called Fells Point. I love Fells Point. It's a pretty cool little area. Jesse says, "Hey, Christian." Yeah, it's a beautiful day out, really, and the Inner Harbor is a pretty awesome place. So if you ever been to Baltimore, the Inner Harbor is it's a really cool place to go. They have the National Aquarium, obviously the best ballpark in all of baseball at Camden Yards. So if you ever get a chance to come down here, definitely hit me up. I'll tell you some places to come visit. So go to the Green Turtle. Yeah, Green Turtle, they're everywhere. You're in Baltimore right now. That's awesome. You're in the Inner Harbor. That's cool. Yeah, so it's been a rough day in the stock market so far for the OTC. It's actually been a rough week overall. Nevertheless, if you guys are in my mentorship, you know that I went over this with you for a little bit this morning at length, but I'm just going to briefly explain to you guys, if you're just starting out trading, right? Make sure that you're not forcing trades. This is a really tough time for people to really kind of like not want to trade something. And what I was trying to emphasize with my morning mentorship this morning was embrace the small beginnings, right? Because they'll turn into a much larger and a much bigger end. You look at the most successful people around you, they started from somewhere, but it didn't happen overnight, and it's not going to happen overnight for you. So if there's not opportunities to grab a hold of right now, then don't. It's much better to sit on your hands and not force trades, and because forcing trades will induce bad decision making. So just stay patient, be calm, and just look for opportunities that will arise. Having said that, there was some pretty good opportunities that I think, news-wise were pretty good. It's just that the market was really low. So we'll talk about CMGO, we'll talk about LFAP, and we'll talk about INKW. INKW, LFAP came out with some really awesome news, and a CMGO actually bounced off of a lower support. We'll see where that goes moving into the end of the week. Just looking at a couple of other comments here. PS4 lives in Dundalk. Oh, okay. And Dundalk. So what's going on, guys? Okay. So let me go ahead and I will share my screen with you. If you guys are new to this channel, this is the first time visiting, this is the platform that me and my partner Jake have developed and created. It's called WeTrade HQ. You can look and do technical analysis with our trading view charts that are integrated into our website. You can talk with your friends about your favorite tickers. And there's plenty of other free tools and resources that you can use on WeTrade HQ itself. And it's all free. Doesn't cost you anything. We have 4,000 members from around the globe learning and growing and celebrating each other's success. And it's a pretty awesome thing to see up to this point. We're growing every day, and it's really awesome. So first ticker that I had pull up, as I mentioned before, was LFAP. LFAP came out with news today, which I thought was pretty significant. They, again, have another big name that came out with news. It was tennis great Martina Navratilova to serve on the board of directors. We already know about Billy Beane. We already know about Frank Barney is the former congressman to help to form this LGBTQ ETF. So I think this is really going to be something big. So if you're looking for positions to, some good core long-term positions to build your account around, I strongly feel that LFAP is one of those ones that could really be one for you. This could be a good, just set it and forget it type of thing, especially if you guys are working your day-to-day 9 to 5. I really think that this is a good one to just kind of go long on, and I don't like to use that term go long all the time, but this is one that I think really has like good long-term potential. I mean, Martina Navratilova is arguably one of the best women tennis players of all time, next to like Venus Williams or Serena Williams, and it just unbelievable. And she was a pioneer for the community, for the LGBTQ community as well. So like I think that this is just another big player that maybe people are just overlooking. I don't know what other catalysts we need to get this thing moving, but honestly, long term, it would not surprise me if we saw dollars here at some point. I'm not saying tomorrow, next week, next month, but I think that eventually we could see that. Don't forget that Maxim Group actually has half of the OS here as well, or half of the share structure. So, and they're not able to, I think it was Roy pointed out this morning in our morning mentorship, they aren't able to sell more than 1% of that every 6 months or so. So just a really solid stock so far. It's been holding quite well over this 13-14 cent range. And so I think it's only going to go up from here. I strongly just feel that way, just based off of everything else that LFAP has going on. Share structure obviously looks good. And I think it's just to stay the course. Maybe the market wasn't reactionary, but the market hasn't been reacting to anything as of late. So just my advice would just be to stay patient and just keep going with it. So what's going on, Dontrell? First time. Welcome, man. Glad to have you. Hope I earn a subscription from you, sir. By the way, if you're liking this video, I certainly would appreciate a thumbs up as well. Yeah, the market does suck, so it doesn't seem to matter what catalyst is out there. Nobody really cares. So, but nevertheless, we're going to look at ones and look for opportunities to try and grab. The next one's going to be INKW. They came out with news, updated shareholders on the status of the bottling facility. It looks like that they need to get some FDA approvals to bottle to sell to the masses. It looks like that they do have some distributors lined up that they're looking to work out deals with. So again, another positive looking PR that came out. Not mind-blowing by any means, but it was nice to know that they are at least updating us on what's going on. Yet again, another longer-term hold for me myself, and one that I think that you could almost kind of set it and forget it as well. My big thing is what I'm waiting for on INKW is I want to know who they're distributing to. I think that there's bright things going on here for INKW. They didn't buy a 60,000 square foot facility for nothing, and they didn't do this just to have it sit around and collect dust. So what I'm waiting for is who are they distributing to, and at this point I think the patience will just pay off. I can't give you a clear timeline other than the fact that it looks like 45 to 60 days is kind of what they're looking for as far as the timeline to be up and running, and to basically go through all the inspections and have it up and running and ready to go. So I know that maybe a little bit longer of a time horizon for most, but for me personally, I think what I'm going to do is just keep adding to the dips as we saw here. It's been holding quite well at 01, support wise. It hasn't gone below there, and people really seem to kind of scoop it up at a penny. I strongly believe, like with everything else that they have going on as well, that a penny is severely undervalued here for INKW. Let's see, check in with you guys to see how we're doing. Market sucks. Yes, it does. All right, so last one's going to be CMGO, which I know a lot of you guys are, curious about, worried about what's going on. So we talked about this before about 2.5, being a former support. It broke that support yesterday, and then it ended up breaking yet another support at 2.1. Came all the way down to 1.8. 1.8 seems to be the magic number right now as it bounced off of there over the last about 90 minutes to 2 hours. It bounced off of 1.8. And is now back up over 2 cents. So this could be, this could be it. Maybe this is a change in direction for CMGO. But again, with the market being the way that it is, I talked about this with you guys yesterday. At this point in time, we've been talking about CMGO long enough that if you gotten in down below in this, at sub penny, there's plenty of opportunities to do so. Even if you gotten in just over 1 cent, you should have at all costs. At all costs, protected that initial investment. Everything that you should have at this point with CMGO should just be free shares, based off of the strategies that we implement. So, I really at this point, your stress level should not be that high unless you bought way up here, which, we don't really try to encourage you buying at the top of things. So, if you bought in at the top, you're just going to have to wait it out and see what happens. I can't guarantee you that it's going to go back up over these previous highs. We just have to wait and see what that filing is when it comes out, and also what the market reaction is going to be to that filing. We've gone over this at length already, but I just wanted to kind of touch on it to show you what the chart's looking like. It's becoming a lot more predictable, to be honest with you, because it seems as though the entire float is being held strictly by retail. So, something that I still think, I'm optimistic on. And so, it is what it is. So, Gabe, I'm not quite sure. Maxim right now on CMGO. Yeah, well, I mean, look, I don't know. I don't have equity feed pulled up because of where I'm at and the internet connection I have. So somebody will have to confirm that. If Maxim is on CMGO, I doubt that they have much. Please discuss strategy of purchasing every month regardless of price. I don't have that strategy. I'm not quite sure what we're talking about when you're Gabe. I've never encouraged that strategy of purchasing every month regardless of price. Having said that, that is kind of it for me as far as the midday market recap is concerned. I hope that you got some value out of this. I'm down here looking to shoot some more content for you guys that we're going to be directing it towards entrepreneurship. A lot of people have reached out to me and said that that's really kind of what they wanted to see more content on. So outside of the daily market recaps and Stock Watch Sunday and stuff, I think we're going to dedicate Saturdays to entrepreneurship and just giving you advice on like how far I've come on starting a business, with bringing actually Christian, that you guys just saw, into that conversation, and just kind of giving you some more insight on that. So if you want to see more of that, certainly subscribe and you'll get notified when those go live. And if you like this video, if you got some value out of it, even though it was a slow day in the market, just to get some insight, like I said, embrace starting off small, embrace the beginning here, because, if you keep at it and don't quit and don't give up, I promise that you'll get better at this. And, don't force those trades. Just don't have an extreme sense of urgency to the point to where you start to make mistakes. Just be patient with your plays. And if there's not a play to be made, then just don't play it. Sit on your hands and watch and observe and learn as you're going along in your journey of trading. So thank you so much. I appreciate everybody tuning in this morning or this afternoon, and I hope you guys have a good rest of the day. I will see you tomorrow, and as always, I will see you all before the bell. B. Smith is out. See you guys.